What it do? Niner. Bam. And this right here, this just furthermore is me why Frank Gore is the ultimate Niner. It's the respect. It's the respect for the OGs. Because I was saying in one of my other videos, you got, like I said, you got a lot of new people, these new fans that don't respect Super Bowl. If you ain't got a Super Bowl within this year or 2 years, they don't respect it. Every Super Bowl is old. They're all old. They don't respect the veterans. They don't respect the work that the veterans have done. Saying, which is sad. It's lightweight pathetic too. Saying, I blame the public school system. But let me read this real quick. It says, Frank Gore says he's glad Roger Craig got into the Hall of Fame ahead of him. This is what Frank Gore says. He says, I'd rather him get all the shine than both of us go in at the same time. Of course, I want to be in. I'm a competitor. But what can I do? Everybody respects what I did. It's all good. I had 2 ACLs repaired in college. You know what I'm saying? And I was a first ballot finalist. That's a blessing. It's all good. You see that? That's why I say Frank Gore is a consummate professional, man. A complete professional. One thing made me stand out about Frank Gore years ago. I remember he was playing, and he was playing, and it was a game, and I remember his mother passed away, and he still played, man, my mom been passed away, so I understand how that feel. You know what I'm saying? But to be able to play. To still play, to have to want to still play. That's, woo, man. And I remember how all the team, when he scored a couple touchdowns and he was crying and everything else. And the game was still going on, but all the team, they gave, they was with him. They had his back and everything else. And I was like, Frank, after that, I was like, oh yeah, he a Niner. He a Niner. He a Niner, you know what I'm saying? That right there, when that happened to him and he still was playing, he still played, you know what I'm saying? I think right after that game, he went to did all the stuff, but he still played and he still had his he was still in there with the Niners. He a Niner. He a Niner. And he's always got respect from the faithful, always. You got to understand, the Niners, we respect our OGs. We respect that. That's why Roger Craig, we respect our OGs. See, we know he won Super Bowls for the Niners back then. We can't say, well, that's old. We don't care about him. We don't do no garbage like that, man. That's so disrespectful. It's sad, man. It's sad. And it makes me mad more than anything else, because when I see people do, even other teams, I can't hate on somebody like a Walter Payton, Mike Singletary. You can't hate on some of these people. Ed Too Tall Jones, Lynn Swan. You can't hate on some of the veterans, man. Some of the greatest to do it just because they not on my team. And that's why I say, that's why I know why people hate on the Nine. Well, those rings are old. Well, hold on a second, man. Your team had veterans and they was trying to strive to get a Super Bowl. Why would you even disrespect that? See, but that tells you the level of maturity when people say that stuff, man. It tells you. It literally tells you. And the thing is, like I said, that they had when they were talking to Emmitt Smith. James Harrison was talking to Emmitt Smith on the thing, and that's basically what he was saying. Basically, putting the two differences, the veterans and then the younger guys. And it's the same way. It's like, man, you gotta respect Craig. Yeah, he should have been in a long time ago. Frank Gore gonna get in. He gonna get in. He look at the age gap. He should have been in. They already letting he's a first ballot finalist. Come on, man. Come on, man. So he got time. But Craig should have been in. But I like that he gave him the respect. It's the respect. These new teams. It's crazy, man. It's crazy. They don't even know who some of they veteran players is or some of their Hall of Fame. It's crazy, man. They don't even know who some of their Hall of Fame players are. And they just became fans. How you just became? They'll see that their team is, whatever team it is, they look, I think that they just be like, okay, somebody's winning. Okay, that team's winning. That's the team I'm going to be. I'm going to be that team. And that's all of a sudden, that's their team. That's the new football, man. That's the new football, man. That's the new football. And I hope, Time don't go on where, the veterans and people like myself, we fade out and we don't talk about this no more. Because, pretty soon it's going to be a watered down, microwavable version of talking about football and the players. You got to remember, right now, if you ain't Patrick Mahomes and the referees, or if you ain't these, they don't want to hear nothing about nothing, man. And football is bigger than just Mahomes and the referees and Josh Allen, and it's bigger than all that stuff, man. Lamar Jackson is a beast. You know what I'm saying? But now it's bigger than him too. You don't think Lamar Jackson? You don't think you're gonna see Ray Lewis over there with the Ravens? You don't think you're gonna see that? Just don't see Ray Lewis or Ed Reed. Them people don't count. They're nothing. That's nothing. That's the sad part, man. You can go down the line. It's not just that. I can go down the line of certain teams. But like I said, that's why you have some of the younger players and they respect the older players. They respect them. But with these new cats, I call them microwavable fans. They right there. They quick. They don't care about that. Just right now. Sad, man. It's sad. But like I said, this Frank Gore, complete professional, man. Complete professional. And, I'm glad that he's a Niner, man. And when he get in, he going to be a Niner. Okay. You got to remember, he went to another team. Almost they all did. Get that paycheck. They know when they older, another team probably could use them. Get that paycheck. Jerry Rice went to another team. He went to the damn Raiders. We don't even hold that against him. Where do we always see Jerry Rice? At the Niner games. Always. Always see Jerry Rice at the Niner games. Like I said, he went to the Raiders. So, and the people walking around with Rice jerseys on, go ahead. That's making him money. You know what I'm saying? He retired a 49er. But at the end of the day, Craig is in. Appreciate that, Gore. Let me know what y'all think. Leave it in the comments. Peace. I'm out of here.